Hello, everyone. This is for pre-algebra. This is lesson 1.8. Today we're talking about using exponents. So, what are exponents? This is one of my favorite subjects in math. Exponents are extremely easy to understand. So, without further ado, let's get to it. All right, you might come across something that looks like this. In fact, I know you're going to come across something that looks like this because I'm going to assign you a homework that looks like this. You're going to have a number. Let's say the number is 2, okay? There's going to be a small little number on the top of that 2, like so, okay? That is 2 with a small little 3. All right, here's what we call the exponent. This is equal to something. What this means is that this small number called the exponent, okay, tells you how many times you should multiply this big number called the base by itself. So here's what I mean. You see the small number 3, immediately you should think to yourself, I'm going to be multiplying this thing 3 times. Whatever is the big number. The big number is 2, so all I do is multiply 2 by itself 3 times. Notice how slowly I'm speaking, because it's not 2 times 3. It is 2 times 2 times 2. It is 2 multiplied by itself 3 times, which is different than 2 times 3. Okay? So anyway, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times this 2 here will give us 4 times 2 is 8. So this is how we say this whole answer. We say 2 to the third power is 8. Is 8. So the whole sentence is 2 to the third power is 8. Okay? We can also say it in reverse. We can say 8 is the third power of 2. Okay? You could say it either way. 8 is the third power of 2, or 2 to the third power is 8. Either way gives you the same thing. All right, let's try another one. Let's try 2 to the fourth power. All right, so again, my base is 2, my exponent is 4. Immediately I think to myself, well, I'm going to need 4 boxes. That's just how it has to be. And in those 4 boxes, I'm going to put the number 2, because that's my big number. And then I'm going to multiply them all. Look at how easy this is. And now I say, all right, let's do some basic math. 2 times 2 is 4 here. 2 times 2 is 4 here. And since I'm continuing to multiply, 4 times 4 is 16. There it is. 2 to the fourth. 2 raised to the power of 4, or to the fourth power, is the answer 16. Some of you might also notice that if we simply did 2 to the third, which is 2 times 2 times 2, you would get 8. And then you just multiply by another 2, you would get 16. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 2s right there. 2 to the fourth power is 16, or 16 is the fourth power of 2. And there's not much more to say about this, actually. There's a couple special rules, but basically, here's what they are. The first rule is anything to the power of, well, anything to the power of 1 is itself. So example, I've got 4 to the first power. I'm going to try to write that in red. 4 to the first power, 1 to the first power, 7 to the first power. All of these will give you the exact Same kind of answer. 4 to the first power is just, you draw one box and you say, oh, okay, it's 4 in there. We can't really multiply it by anything because there's nothing else to multiply it by. Therefore, it's just 4. 1 to the first power. Again, there's nothing really to do. You only have one box, so it's just 1. 7 to the first power. Again, just one box. Any number to the first power is itself. Okay, that's the first rule. Second rule, any number to the power of 0 is 1. Now, don't ask me why that's true. It just has to be consistent in math. So all you need to know for today is that 4 to the 0th power is the same thing as saying 1. 1 to the 0th power is the same thing as saying 1. 7 to the 0th power is the same thing as saying 1. Why that's true is we'll go over in another video. You don't need to know that right now. Just memorize that, okay? Memorize those two rules and you're fine. Let's do some examples. All right, if I have 6 to the second power, also known as 6 squared. If I have 2 to the, let's not do 2, we've done 2 enough. Let's do 9, and let's do, 11, that's a good one. All right, 9 to the second power, and 11 to the third power. Again, very simply, what do? I just draw the number of boxes I need, and you fill them in with the base. I need 2 boxes because I have the power of 2. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 to the second power is 36. That's it. 9 squared, I have 2 squares. I put a 9 in each of them. 9 times 9 is 81. The 81 is the second power of 9. And then finally, I have 3 boxes for 11 because it says to the third power. I'm going to put an 11 in each of these boxes. So 11 times 11 is 121. I know that just because I've done it so many times. And then 121 times 11, I don't actually know that off the top of my head, is 121 times 11. 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 1 is 1, 0. 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 1 is 1. 1, 3, 3, 1. 1,331 is the third power of 11. That's it. So what did we learn today? Today we learned about exponents. We learned that the big number is called the base, and the small number is called the exponent. And we also learned that the answer is called the power, such that 3 to the second power is 3 times 3, which is, I put 2 boxes for the number in the powers, or in the exponent. I put the big number in the boxes, and I just multiply them. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 is the second power of 3. Then I also learned that any number to the first power is itself, and any number to the 0th power is 1. And that's it. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed exponents. Very simple, very easy. Have fun. We'll see you in the next video.